Okay, so this is just a little video for you, the new owner, to see the new machine in operation. This is a Huskavarna 1100 computerized sewing machine. Has over 200 different stitches, and you change those by changing the card, which we're going to be doing. So you also have, pick it up some, you also have block embroidery, you have script embroidery, and you have fancy stitches. We're going to use one of the fancy stitches. So you're going to see how we change the cartridge as well as what it looks like. Now the whole thing, let's turn it on first. The whole thing is shown in this computer readout here up top. So this is your stitch. So you can see as I choose a different stitch, your computer readout is going to change. And that's the stitch that it's going to be doing. You can even do, we're going to end up using this one, which is a back and forth kind of sine wave. So let's start with that one. So,
move your hand. Okay.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my wife is my able camera operator. So you have your bobbin under here. This comes with a book. Show them the book here. Can you lift it up? Comes with a book, with a box of tools, and with some other things. So you wind your bobbin, you put it in here. You wind your thread, you put it in here, and put the presser foot down. Now, if you try to sew without the presser foot down, it'll warn you, so you really can't make a mistake. It guides you right through it. So we're going to put the presser foot down. This handy button ties off your thread at the beginning and the end of your sewing. So it does that. And it locks your thread into place. Then you turn it off. So as you come closer, make sure that you take your pins out, because if you hit a pin, it will bend the needle. I mean, it's still a normal mechanics still apply here. It has marks on here so you can measure your seam. And it has speeds. You can change the speed. So I can, if I want to go really slow, I can do that. So depending on what you're trying to do, take out another needle. And the whole thing is variable by the foot switch. See, I can go quickly. I'm not that good. Now, this also has an auto feed that you can press this button and it will take it off auto feed. I don't like that because then it's entirely dependent on you manually pushing the fabric through. And if you're really good, you might want to do that. I like the control that Huskavarna takes from me. So I'm going to push this here. I'm going to go right up to a regular stitch, straight line. Push the stop button, and it locks it in place for me. Pick up the presser foot. You can't see it from the camera angle, but there's a little trim piece there, so you don't even need your scissors. Now that's what our first seam looks like. Now we're going to go to the other side. And let's take out cartridge A. Oh, always remember to turn it off. We're going to take out cartridge A. Put it here because we're going to come back to it. We're going to put in cartridge D. And turn it on again. And let's use this little X pattern here. Now you can see how your pattern, your computer display has changed. That's what our stitch that we're going to sew is going to look like. Press our foot down. I'm going to take the needle out, or the pin, straight pin out. Now I'll show you that when we're done, but I can see it's gonna take a lot of time and a lot more thread because it is a more complex pattern. So let's go back to our cartridge A, turn it on. Let's do a zigzag pattern. So you'll see it's gonna go faster now that it doesn't have the extra loop backs. Take your pin out. Push my single stitch and the lock button. Lift the presser foot and cut that off. Now you can see here our pattern. I've gone with the zigzag for most of it, but I don't know if it's...
Oh, yes, I got it.
Did it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's the actual pattern that we sewed. So now we're just going to finish this bag. I'm going to send this bag along with the machine so you'll actually get these patterns.
Do they need to see the rest of this?
Well, probably not. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do the single stitch. I'm going to sew up this bag. All of your parts are going to go in here. These are all different specialty parts that you can use. Oh, memory. This also has a memory that is has 9 memory settings. So if you all do the same name or something, it has a reverse button. I forgot to show you the reverse. Requires no oiling because it's all cast aluminum parts. Change needles if you do run into a pin or whatever.
If you want to use a double needle.
Oh, if you want, yeah, that's right. You can use a double needle with this machine. You can wind your own bobbins, so you can have exact match to thread if you want. And that's it. So this is the Huskavarna $1,100 as listed on
1100 model.
1100 model. Oh yeah, not $1,100. You can send $1,100 if you want.
You want to show them the case?
Oh sure. And when you're done, this has a heavy case that goes on here to protect it, keep it nice, handle that pulls up. So that's it. I'm just I don't do that much sewing. I'm getting rid of it. It's a wonderful machine and will give you many years of service. Thanks for considering this machine.